Hi, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Dorn here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for Monday morning. And we have a great word today, and one that we can all appreciate. And that word and that virtue that we're going to talk about today and focus on is mercy. So let's read the description first, and then we'll go from there. Mercy is blessing others with our compassion and forgiveness. We are touched by their suffering and want to help. Justice is giving people what they deserve. Mercy is giving them more. We are merciful when we give ourselves and others a fresh chance after an offense or mistake. Nothing inspires hope so much as a clean slate. When we have the humility to remember the countless mercies we receive throughout life, we find it in our hearts to show mercy to others. We offer the gift of our tenderness. Isn't that beautiful? And don't we all want that? I mean, when when we make that mistake, when we say or do something that is hurtful or harmful to others, and and they're willing to allow us to have a second chance, to have another opportunity to show their, and they show their love, their unconditional love for us, their compassion, their forgiveness. Don't we all appreciate that? And I was just thinking about that today. Not only for myself, I'm thinking about it, how merciful am I with those closest to me in the family, because sometimes, when someone makes or says or does something that annoys us, we're quick to react when it's our family, right? So I'm thinking about, okay, what do I need to do to change that kind of reaction? And of course, it is first take that step back and take that deep breath, and just remember how many times we've done the something similar to another person, and maybe someone in our own family, and they've overlooked it, they've moved past it, they've forgiven us, they've given us the opportunity to start over again, and all those things are true for all of us. And so, I think that beyond thinking about how we react and respond to others, it really is about taking that moment to stop and think and wonder. From the Buddhist teachings, they ask, I wonder how that person is suffering. And I think that's a great question that we can ask ourselves, that maybe there's something going on there. There's some fear, there's some anxiety, there's something maybe from their past that has been or was traumatic for them, and in some fashion it's still on their mind. And so, we want to, in our very inner souls, we want to be that person who offers goodness to others and offers that help. And we do have to be wondering about, I wonder how that person has been affected in the past by this, that makes them or creates the opportunity for them to respond this way. And of course, we're going to be merciful with our children, right? Or we want to be. And it's when they repeat the same mistake over and over again that sometimes that mercy is forgotten about, right? And we want to take full blast. We want to go on to them really hard. But think about this: our children are still developing the skills, and they want, I believe anyway, they want to behave uh, in a way that's acceptable to your family, and they want to be pleasing to others, and they want to be pleasing to themselves, and I think that's even more important. And so when we step away from showing that compassion to our kids, we 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 there's something that happens inside of them where they begin to have self-talk that's negative. And so we are have a responsibility, I believe, as parents, to be as positive as we can, to inspire them to seeing them their best selves in themselves, and inspiring them to look inside of themselves to draw out. And that's where that whole communication part of the four C's of successful families comes in, because the way we communicate with our kids will either show them that we are merciful and compassionate and forgiving and willing to give them a second chance, or to give them another chance, or to give them the opportunity to look inside of themselves and uh, find the good part or the virtue that's necessary to live their best selves. And so, that's our communication with them is just so critical. And we know that from our own experience. And I just say this from my personal experiences, that the way that I was communicated with as a child still has an effect on me today, even at my age of uh, closing in on 70, and not as close to 60 anymore. So so I'm just thinking about, you know do I want to continue to pass on that kind of communication, so that 60, 70 years later the person is still thinking about that, and I don't. So I want to offer, as the description says, I want to offer that gift of tenderness. And as a grandparent, it's a little bit easier to do, I think, because we see things in a much bigger picture. But as a parent, I want to be, I want to remember and help other parents to bring out the best in their kids by the way they communicate with them, and by giving them that unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness, and the opportunity to look inside themselves, both, to find the virtue. And they can only do that when virtues are discussed, when virtues are brought to the fore, and when we're really striving as a family to live at a to live in a certain way. And that's what clarity is all about, is deciding for ourselves what's most important to us, and what it looks like, what is the behavior that it looks like, and communicating that in a proper way. And I believe that that is how we can develop this virtue of mercy to a higher level. So those are my thoughts today about mercy. The way we teach our kids about mercy is by demonstrating it to them, and talking about um, what it is that we're doing. That mercy is giving another a second chance, and they can do that with their brothers and sisters. They can do it with us as individuals. They can do it with classmates and friends and acquaintances, and I think that's the way that we do that with our children. So give yourself, and I would say giving ourselves that merciful feeling. Give yourself mercy to start over, and to look inside ourselves for the virtue that we need at this time. All right, so that's my thoughts today about mercy, and I will be practicing that and focusing on that today. And I thank you very much for being here on this wonderful Monday morning. I look forward to a great day, and until next time, keep practicing the virtues and the four C's of successful families, and that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. Until next time.